In the quiet town of Poplar, Wisconsin, no one could have imagined that a shy farm boy would one day become America's greatest flying ace. His name was Richard Ira Bong, born September 24, 1920, the eldest of 9 children in a humble farming family. From an early age, Bong was fascinated by airplanes. He would gaze at the sky for hours, watching barnstormers perform daring stunts above the fields. While other kids dreamed of baseball or farming, Bong dreamed only of flight. In 1938, after graduating high school, he attended the Superior State Teachers College, but his mind wasn't on books, it was on wings and propellers. When World War II erupted, Bong knew his destiny had arrived. In 1941, he joined the Army Air Corps Aviation Cadet Program. His instructors quickly noticed something unusual. Bong wasn't just good, he was gifted. He could sense an enemy aircraft's position without even seeing it. His reflexes were lightning fast, his aim uncanny. Soon, he was assigned to the new and powerful P-38 Lightning fighter, a twin-engine beast that would become his signature weapon in the skies over the Pacific. Little did the world know, this quiet Wisconsin boy would become the nightmare of the Japanese Air Force.
By 1942, the Pacific War was raging. Japan had conquered vast territories. The U.S. needed heroes, and fast. Bong was sent to the 49th Fighter Group in the Southwest Pacific under General George Kenney's command. Kenney immediately saw Bong's potential, calling him the best natural pilot I've ever seen. But Bong's early missions were far from easy. Flying in the hot, humid air over New Guinea was brutal. The Japanese Zero was agile, fast, and deadly at close range. Many American pilots never came back from their first mission. Yet Bong quickly mastered the P-38's strengths, its speed, its climb rate, and its heavy firepower of 4.50 caliber machine guns and 120mm cannon. In his first months, Bong racked up several kills, often diving from above and using surprise to his advantage. He developed a deadly tactic: attack once, fast and precise, then vanish into the clouds before the enemy could react. By 1943, Bong's kill count had risen to 16, earning him fame across the Pacific. Newspapers back home began calling him America's Ace of Aces. But Bong was still just getting started. The Japanese couldn't understand how one pilot, just one, kept destroying their best airmen mission after mission.
Between 1943 and 1944, Richard Bong's name became legend. Every time his squadron took off, enemy pilots whispered, "Beware the white lightning." That was Bong's P-38, white-nosed, shining in the tropical sun, slicing through the skies like a ghost. His victories came in rapid succession, over Buna, Leyte, and the Philippines. He wasn't reckless. In fact, Bong was calm, calculating, and patient. He'd often let younger pilots take the easy shots, saving himself for the toughest dogfights. By December 1944, his total kills had reached 40 confirmed aircraft, making him the highest-scoring American ace of World War II. General MacArthur himself awarded Bong the Medal of Honor, calling him a symbol of American courage and precision. The Japanese press, unable to believe one man could destroy so many aircraft, claimed the reports were exaggerated propaganda. But U.S. and Allied air records proved every victory. Each kill had been witnessed and confirmed. To the Japanese pilots, Bong was more than a man, he was a phantom. They called him the Devil of the Sky. While others grew weary of war, Bong's calm smile never faded. But inside, he was exhausted. After 2 years of combat, he'd earned his rest, and America decided it was time to bring him home.
In early 1945, Richard Bong returned to the United States a national hero. He was still just 24 years old, yet already a legend. He married his sweetheart, Marjorie Marge Vattendahl, whose picture he had taped to his P-38 throughout the war. In fact, Bong had named his aircraft Marge, and even painted her face on the nose, one of the most famous pin-ups of the Pacific theater. Americans adored him. He went on war bond tours, appeared in magazines, and became a symbol of the ordinary American who rose to greatness. But Bong wasn't one to rest. Despite the fame, he wanted to keep flying. When the Army Air Forces began testing the new Lockheed P-80 Shooting Star, America's first operational jet fighter, Bong volunteered immediately. Even after fighting through dozens of battles, his passion for flight still burned bright. But fate had one final twist in store for America's greatest ace.
On August 6, 1945, the world's attention was on Japan. That was the day the U.S. dropped the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima. But on that very same day, another tragedy struck, quietly, far from the battlefield. Captain Richard Bong was performing a test flight in the P-80 jet over Burbank, California. Shortly after takeoff, his engine malfunctioned. The plane lost power. Bong tried to eject, but his parachute didn't open in time. He crashed and was killed instantly, just 24 years old. The news stunned the nation. On the very day the war began to end, America lost its greatest warrior of the skies. General Kenny said it best. He was the bravest man I ever knew and the best pilot that ever lived. Today, Bong's record of 40 confirmed kills still stands. He never fought for fame or glory. He fought because he loved to fly, and because he believed his duty was to protect others. For the Japanese pilots who faced him, he was a ghost they could never catch. For America, he remains the symbol of courage, humility, and mastery in the air. Richard Bong, the farm boy who became the sky's deadliest legend. A man the Japanese couldn't believe was real, and a hero the world will never forget. If you fly high enough, your name will never fall. In memory of Richard Ira Bong, 1920 to 1945.